Down Yankanawa.
Ah, sister, course. Use gas. Gas ye fast, ye easy, ye convenient.
Coastal TV, a world of endless possibilities.
Fisherman graduate, and I can one way Coastal TV 514. You down Obu Asama Obu the wife DJ to Kraken. Nemo Sandoda and I wallow walla I kill. Thank you.
Coastal TV, you may differ for your by Mpontu. It's about development. You discuss issues of national concern, issues of central concern, matters that concern Central Region and Ghana. Mpontu Sama offer Capus, baby will be a Mpontu Sama offer. Or your one and Asadi, there or Sade or Mpontu, other baby on the evening in Fubana over Transi. We are no other man. Or your one and Asadi, those in Mpontu Baba Capus, one and Asadi, those in Mpontu Baba Central Region, one and Asadi. Those in Mpontu on Baba Gani Minara. Mpontu Sama offer Capus, baby will be a Mpontu Sama offer. Or your one and Asadi, there or Sade or Mpontu, other baby in the P and a Batanasi, women down of Pediara. Live Ever Coastal TV. Coastal TV, your own face, your own voice.
Man kadam ba bo hwe first girl sene na makọ ekwama na odem fita ne payment didi mpedam fail ma tank ekwama na odem monye di chinu maye basa irade ekwama na odem yewe come bien ayade combat if no come na odem you go by the name Don Prof. Tune in to Coastal Television or the Guitar 514 and YouTube live photo na yense yadi. We are back Coastal TV. Respect.
Coastal TV, you may differ for your by Mpontu. It's about development. You discuss issues of national concern, issues of central concern, matters that concern Central Region and Ghana. Mpontu Sama offer Capus, baby will be a Mpontu Sama offer. Or your one and Asadi, there or Sade or Mpontu, other baby on the evening in Fubana over Transi. We are no other man. Or your one and Asadi, those in Mpontu Baba Capus, one and Asadi, those in Mpontu Baba Central Region, one and Asadi, those in Mpontu on Baba Gani Minara. Mpontu Sama offer Capus, baby will be a Mpontu Sama offer. Or your one and Asadi, there or Sade or Mpontu, other baby in the P and a Batanasi, women down of Pediara. Live Ever Coastal TV. Coastal TV, your own face, your own voice.
Okay. Ma yansane yema wachi na yema wakwaba bio. Aha aye Coastal TV. Your own face, your own voice. Anope nyankopon na adumara kwa. Jumeze aya tundin de Mpontu ene yezi bro e obebi biara e wo biara. Inde yebedi nkomo afa oye heritage mapping. Oni yebedi hu nkomo on cherry ena 25th and 2025 annual general meeting of an Ghana Institute of Architect. Ubeshio Central Region Cape Coast here. When you when you want to come watch it, so you can't heritage mapping up from castles to our future cities. And I know pay Yerbana Yebedzi home come kakranti baby will be an Yebadawasi. Women down up a son. Okopim oye non kono yazi Jumedzaya Tunzin Mpontu development ɛna yɛze brɛw ɛndɛ anɔpɛ baabi a wɔbi a na yɛbɛda wo ase da yɛhwɛ Coastal TV, your own face, your own voice. Yes, nti Mzinzi Malik Ramzy fidama bi kopim tema nonkono bobo ansa yako oye Joy News na yakofa news file with Samson Ladi na yetum yezabra hon enda no pe yedawasi. Coastal TV, your own face, your own voice. Heritage mapping. Na yeda ye ho yaba nsɛmpi ɛna okrodo manda no pe hensa ba campaign fo ba ye anan na wachichirum ye za kyerɛ heritage map na heritage mapping was here castles here story centers here hotels ni nyina ka ho bi wodzi boma mpemfu na nkasa baba na wetum wachichirum ye wodzi amahen dwumadzi kase bi krodo oye 2025 annual general meeting kasenara of Ghana Institute of Architects obado ewa himfa zi pempem se hotel yenkɔ hɔ na yenkɔhwɛ kakra na yenketse kakra mo si wɔ hɔ yeba mpemfu betena se na ya to do.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I think once you are a teacher, you get a lot of students, and then, so it's not that I'm a celebrity, just that I'm just a teacher. Please, last year, by the help of Ghana Institute of Architects and Care University, with the support of the Department of Architecture, the students of architecture decided to take a very bold step to do something that will change the course of Ghana as well as Central Region, especially Ogwai. In this particular path, what we decided to do was to prepare what we call heritage map, but we didn't have the resources to come to Cape Coast to do it. So we have an enclave of 100,000 people, that is Care University campus, and we decided to now go back in history and pick every heritage, both the tangibles and intangibles, and put them on a map, so that when you come to campus and then you want to go to somewhere or you want to visit a place, the stories does not change. Especially when you come to the castles here, there are a number of times that depending on who is leading you, the story gets a little bit tweaked. And when they see the faces and there are a lot of white people, it becomes more emotional. And when they are blacks, you move very, very fast. So we decided that in order to make the oral narratives consistent, we undertook this particular exercise, that's preserving for posterity Care University digital heritage mapping. And it was done by the entire class of Architecture 3. They decided that they took it upon themselves that they don't want to be remembered by the number of their site, because it was a very large class, but they want to be remembered by something that their names are going to be part of it. And for that manner, we decided to do a very bold exercise, that the map was supposed to be a digital platform, and we are supposed also to have we have a digital platform, and then we also got prepared a booklet, and just like any other civilized community, when you go, you have a map. So this map is supposed to give you the various heritage that we actually picked. And with the digital map, we are going to demonstrate all of them, and the map enhances accessibility also to how many minutes you need to move to one place to the other, and stuff like that. And with this one, it was all the documentation, the archives, the students went through all the archives, made sure that the inconsistencies were also triangulated and also resolved. And then, so we prepared the heritage book, the brochure, and also the physical model is outside. When you during the exhibition time, you can go there. And then we also have an interactive map, the next one. So for this book, in order to support, there's one last aspect which we couldn't finish. That's making it accessible, because persons with disability, those who are blind, they also want to know about what is going on. So that means that these narratives have to be read or recorded so that you can put in the earpiece so that when you go there and you scan the QR code, it will play for you. So outside the, when you get outside the, there are limited editions which we have not yet put the ISBN numbers on it outside there. And with the permission of GIA, I'm sure some of you will be able to purchase them, and so that we will get money to go and finish it up and also be able to get it done. The map was actually, after the physical model was done, the university also took it in and decided that as part of its archives, it's going to actually take this as one of its heritage substance. So GIA, please, let's clap for GIA for this wonderful. The next one. The very interesting part of it is the digital version, because the digital version is free. And we want it to be free because we need your feedback and your comments. Because if after you have listened to it, or there is any information or there is any other thing that you want to give us, you give it to us. But for Cape Coast, because after this, the last part, we have given the implication for Cape Coast. We are going to show you what we can also do for Cape Coast and what we can do for Elmina, so that we don't leave this AGM without leaving a footprint here. So those of you who have phones and at least your phones can scan, you can scan this QR code, and if you scan this QR code, it will give you the KNUST digital heritage map. And then if you want Unity Hall, for instance, if you put in Unity Hall, it will be able to give you, just wait and let them scan the QR code. If you scan it, it will take you to the platform. And when it takes you to the platform, you'll be able to query anything that you want to know about campus, where you want to go. Please, the next slide. Go back. Receipt. Okay, you are scanning my head. So, after you scan the QR code, it will be giving you, various points, and when you pick the map, it will give you, if, for instance, Prempe, the second library, who was the architect, what the information in terms of history, if you pick any other building. So, for instance, if you come to Cape Coast, for instance, you can do the same thing. That if any important building like Tufu Hin's house, who was the architect of that particular building, we will have to go into history and find out who was the architect, when was it built, how much did it cost, and which floor area, what sort of, so that when you come there and somebody is telling us the story, depending on who is telling the story will be consistent. So, the next one. And we made the presentation to the Vice Chancellor of KNUST, and he was actually amazed because the year 3 group was actually phenomenal. And we are hoping that the next one. So after that, we have gotten visitors on campus who has actually tested this map. So when they come around, the students themselves are the tour guides. So and this actually was part of our strategy to show them that architecture is not only buildings, but you can also act as a tour guide. You can also and we actually intend to use it to raise funds for the department, because at the end of the day, that means that we have so many communities in Ghana that we can actually do this work for. And when they come to various places, the story was now consistent. You can pick a first-year person, you have the same story, the first-year person will do it. Even if you pick a social scientist, he'll be able to use the digital map and still send the person around. So we are forming a club of people to send people around, so that at the end of the day, when you come, you'll be able to, and this experience, the next one, please. So, no, go back. So projection for Cape Coast. We also want to do a digital map for Cape Coast, so that, and we also want to do not just the map, but an integrated tourism experience, so that you realize that currently people are greeting on WhatsApp with this to the chiefs, big people, thumbs up. In our culture, we don't do this to grown-ups. We don't do this to big people. So there are some aspects of our culture in Ogwe that we have to make sure that these footprints are actually brought back here. And we think that Ghana Institute of Architects is in a very strong position right now. With the backbone of Central University, KNUST, we can do wonderful things here for Cape Coast. the sustainable conservation sites that you were talking about, everything is going to be incorporated into this, so that when you come to Cape Coast and somebody come to Ghana, for instance, you will be able to scan this QR code at the airport, and already you start teasing the person where to come, and what he's going to experience, and where to go, the type of food the person is going to eat. All these things, and especially, I know our keynote speaker, Sam Jonas' name is very big, especially his house can be one of the places where somebody... You cannot come to Ghana and then miss somebody like I think we share Chief or Sam Jonas, that particular family. So these are some of the intangible heritage we want to preserve. And we will, JIA with KNUST, Central University, we are standing in a very strong position to get this thing done as well. And for this case, when the software, or when we prepare the apps and all those things, it will be on our phones, our tablets, and Cape Coast Castle through to Fort William, to Fort Good Hope, and everything will be there. Apart from that, the very intangible ones, the food where somebody played, or where, for instance, the school that Sam Jonah went, the basic school, that Honor says, so Jonah went, or Nana, there's a basic school that he went. We want to pick all these things so that you can track their footsteps, that they just did not become giants from nowhere. They were all just like us, and we are also able to also follow their footsteps and become also great. And having said this, the next one, please. We also want to say, we just want to say that Ghana Institute of Architects is very, very grateful, and we are really, really ready actually to partner with the Central Region, as Honorable Minister is here, to actually take, especially as a pilot, Elimina and Cape Coast. After Cape Coast and Elimina. Yes, Cape Coast and Elimina. So that before, as part of the resetting agenda, let's reset our tourism direction. Thank you very much.
You just watch and I share. Oh yeah, Prof. So yeah, second coming of Prof. Costa TV at the annual general meeting program about the is it Pempemse? Yes, Pempemse Hotel. So architect. Okay, we'll go back. Now I share regional minister's message and statement. Yababa, and then we start the conversation on Ghana and our heritage mapping for Ghana. Now heritage mapping. Everybody says, I am going to say regional minister.
Come back again, we don't know. But I think now I have something. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Except that when I try to scan the QR code, I rather scan your head, so I know what is there. When I was the noble woman said, Lucy, Kotoka, now put a Daichi airport in your airport. Now, also from when baby or from maybe obey baby ma, a Phoebe Akasa, and I buy a big training, 1 hour, one with my own Akasa. Or in some bar. I've been so what's there, yeah, ban bomber than the architect, 1 hour, what road drawn the Mazaman, a dan ho a Yanshan. There, you bet you do what this assembly, so the Sunday will be oh, wow, we are local woman, Mercy, my member who went to work. But a band so catcher in it. They want it. There, what so my yaya or mine. Asia makes him a was a cast as soon as that. You could be brought down here, but as I say, I've read the young Casa Yates, Ghana, Zamayates, done or done over check. I used to in our hotel, young sir, condition, and it now. When I walk out, sit down at the den of me. Ghana, ye. Bibia, what is cement, the Royal Quintana, in the town you do the free. It is a yard and see now by a cement, not that's it. I buy cover about a man, Papa. In the air, why once over Fado, now I reset when and Zamibia, but the guy and I know that the tone of Pupa, Nayama, what we had done was no, but when all my dances so Ghana waka affordable house. What was the affordable? Number one, what on here, 1 hour was capa. I didn't say architect free, and me born now, way and Zamabi. What she said, Yamay, now what the Zama would this done, no book, and do I go to Wayana, with you, baby, no what's that. I'm paying Mamma resetting, okay, who there, able to wear a day, no book, Yadama, Ghana, Mark, or wait to watch him. That's a world to one more back out to wait here. Oh, that means, yes, the Mandawabe were hey, the Bakaway, where the Kabuma, or the Mpontu Baba, Santa region, Taka Kepusa, maybe I have done at that hour. That's a done weed, the beauty. Yea, a done run over today. If you are in 2 fires, Sunday, about Passama or so, they be down. But why that down now? You put me a French investors, Papa, no way basic, no one more than me, no other country as I was doing, and that is what we are indeed moving from the culture to the new system.
Okay, so still, Coastal TV, your own face, your own voice. And okay, we are here to talk about our heritage mapping for Ghana, heritage map. Mensa Khan, one PhD student and then one associate professor. Professor Alexandra Boachimafu, associate professor, Department of Architect, Director of Business Development and Sustainable, TCC, SEMIC, and then OK University. Prof, good morning. Good morning. Good. And then Mr. Henry looks innocent. Henry Kofi Danso, a PhD student in architecture. Yes, Henry Akwaba, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
At Fantica can I cheer and I'm Bofuna? Nina, it's better from me. Okay. Prof, let me start with you. You can architect, who is that? Puto. Problem because I do mother tongue starting now. Yes. Thank you.
Sena, architect, you be on my infrastructure, any dying community, no, far by BBBR. Architect has to first of all get into the head of Kofunomoti community. Achieve now or the science, any technology, after me to create communities and as a Pessoa betumi ama livable say betumi attransima inframa ye home betumi sustainable inframa ye home ndema say betumi amana resilient betumi so always standing in terms of any shock nti enye dan kwa na yesi nti wo hwe dia ye na apart from a dan no kwa sisi ho no ma acid akudu forester Indiana is here, but your band in your market get your home. Okay, can you know man a forest? Okay. Architect, would you manage Yangopo was the first architect of 5 years in Yano, or she said, or since you uncle how we the architect in the Juma, or you say, to make sure a dining environment in the piano, and then between I communicated together. Not to me, Abwa Nipa.
Prof, why are there? You've tried. Why are there? So, so no problem. That most Prof can. It's like Nyankopon, the great architecture of this great universe that we are living in. Once we are assassinated, Nyankopon, one or tried, or what maybe be answered. You ever called the main issue concerning heritage map? Dear Nadimo, what are you doing here?
You there, that's it. Me person me chair with TFO now, so Costa TV TFO now, so I pay your mobiachi.
No more motion.
And your more motion, so your mobiachi. Na, he said, "Mama, acquaintance say, get your name, church at Kunti, my eba Cape Coast." Ghana Institute of Architects association institute share architects additional ne senebe trainee architects ne senebe ma incheche ni bibia ne kwan efa so ejuma e wo Ghana ne bibia no ebetumi amefiso bibia eda wano na every year ishia etoto ye hunsem ne ye dwundwen kwan ebefa so ebetumi nneman akoso ye na this year echusu Cape Coast na your team no so no falling from castles to future cities. Now your baba from castles to future cities so now say untumi and from castles to future cities without thinking about Cape Coast because that is the home of all the important castles that we have in Ghana. And then so anything architects any omo usua so baba architects any omo architects no more omo architects ye adwuma omo nyina ebehia wa Cape Coast e wo Pimpansi hotel tie ho na ye wa ye didi ye ho anu nsem
ntimo wie
ye wie na ye pese ede architects ne efa kru.
Okay.
Now
from castles to
the future the how city that na ye omo ko castles no no ma hwe city ni so how it look like na ye wi ya prepare direction ebetumi kwa ebefa so ebetumi aboa because it means that if Cape Coast was the first important city of Ghana kwa so na going forward no kwa so na ebetumi aboa as architects yentumi emma entra Ghana na yenkoso ensiesie nkranko asa when Cape Coast PSA country in PSA anything about it me sure say by the time I be an enumere you be dinner you be bibia be Ghana Institute of Council council of the institute e be share we are a direction as to what we have to do.
Thank you. So we wish you all the best. Henry, good morning.
Good morning.
You want to become an architect?
Yes.
When does it start?
Well, first of all, I want to say a thank you to you, and I want to greet all viewers and listeners in every part of the world. Architecture, it's a very noble profession, and just like Prof has rightly stated, architects have a very key role to play in our society. In fact, most of the things we see around, if critically are done, should be the work of architects. And so with anyone who has this dexterity to make a change and bring impact and all the good things, particularly why we are even here in Cape Coast today, then one of the ways to go is architecture. And so it was the first fire that sparked the journey. And of course, we had wonderful mentors who kept us, there's first a passion to go into it, and then there has to be another passion to sustain it. And so we got it from Prof and the rest of the good people we have from the Department of Architecture in Kenya to get us going.
So after SHS, you decided to venture into Prof's profession?
Yes.
Okay.
Decided to walk in Prof steps.
Yes. So one day when Prof is not there, the shoe is big, can you fit in?
He's training me very well. I'm sure I can.
Thank you so much. We wish you all the best.
Thank you.
So Prof, we are talking about in Komoa heritage map and a heritage mapping in Ghana. First of all, I want you to Fabian heritage and then map. Chichumichen, what is a heritage? And Yakamapa, what is map?
Heritage, as community and as a country. Heritage is normally what we stand for. And our inheritance, just the word heritage, our inheritance, our culture, and heritage, your tangible ones and your intangible ones. You may be a fan say, Emma Kruno, and I say, community, they are all part of, and some of the heritage are who are around. The big ones are only castles near that, but Dukua, I say, the dressing of the ladies, even in central region, in Cape Coast, any tekua, the fetu afashe, all the festivals, all the songs, the music, the dressing, the food, the places. These are all very important. These are things that was handed down to us by our forefathers, and some of the things are also evolving. And when they are very important for us, for our welfare and our being, we try to preserve it for the next generation to also to pick it up. Some of these things is what we want to say. Say, yenhwe na emra abefo nioma na eba no na nioma esesa no ye be wie chire na fe de obi pie ewo Cape Coast a ontumi hu say what's the difference between Cape Coast and Accra and Cape Coast and Kumasi and as a Cape Coast in Tamale, and no ntina ye person make sure say all sa nioma ketekete ewo kro different organ no ye be preserve mama me say unya du ogwe if you get to Cape Coast, yes, you should feel that there's the sounds, the music, the smells. You also and as I also say me do Cape Coast, and I say me do Cape Coast. As I see and no man far to the sense say we do baby I want to say Ghana no we do Ghana say me was circle and I say me wahinfa, because almost everything is looking the same, but we want to make sure say in your man na mark Cape Coast, Cape Coast no. Man for to me journey say Cape Coast, Cape Coast akwa kodi e bia fancy doko and I say these things should be something that will drive people from Kutuka direct, just only for Excel with special whatever. Entity. This for because Ghana Institute of Architects there should be a special night.
And today there was but
I saw my volume increase volume my president who said which me market course me fufu now without entity so on the merchant
see do the lagoon Bacano Patuana woman where you no find now what kind to confirm entity.
Oh wow. Yeah. So when you may be a person for us as architects, we want to pick all these things and then we will locate these things on the map where these special joints are. Till no do airport and also do ofi say north or say south or whatever no can say me do Cape Coast ese me koha ese me do say ese me kodi webi. These are the things that we want to make sure say we preserve, and then we keep it for the next generation to also to make sure say these are the type of food, not excuse me o say obi not indomie and spaghetti and I say pizza, but intiti fufu ampesi, all the things that we normally want to eat, these are the things that we have to preserve.
Okay. Look, Prof, what can I don't know. So we are live on Facebook. We also live on YouTube, so you can check the link. Now I share. Apart from TV live, Facebook and then YouTube, we are live. So my king is the primary purpose why you are targeting the heritage map. Okay, so is it only Cape Coast and a central region, and now you have a plan to move to other parts of the country?
With the me pese me don e be ko kwai fa so start say na me ka presentation. Yeah, now this particular year, yeah, Department of Architecture, Care University, third year class. E imagine say kunkulade no mo do so kakra. Ti no mo imagine say mo be ye bibi, on person mo ye bibi a say omo ni ho no ma school ni be ka ti ekohu ye international programs office ekohu ye mpenifo ni bi na ye vice chancellor Professor Rita Akosia Dixon ono so aka che say o person ye bibia so yitumi ye bibia betumi asesa Ghana na asesa communities no ti meme koso nye research sa ape the emphasis an bia mba nti ye bia adwen say pese ye ko Ghana na ekosi bibia near starting or campus, because campus they go for be back Care University campus. On person mo call round so obia depending on nipo odi nechino assembly SSA. Nti ye in the car say na Cape Coast ya maba Cape Coast more than 10 times. But who be bia na say only nkrofo be kasa nipa na odi wo call round no ansem no bi wa o can say who could do as no can say yes adia yen try say betumi make it something a pilot, a template. Our campus, the campus a template near here, research, file information, Henry, other research assistants, history. It is highly based on a lot of history, archival documentation. Now we are triangulating a Kofubebre, a boy, I was near Ghana Institute of Architects said, Adia Moyano, a Hunyapa, because a boy architecture, almost Umberson say, a Disica, a boy, and making sure say a bit me. Cape Coast. Cape Coast, for instance, is our next step because we want to scale. So from campus, no, our next step should be Cape Coast and Elmina. And I said, nah. And he said, you do Cape Coast near to me, Cape Coast, and say, a fadia. You might go back to Kumasi and then do Kumasi or do Adanti, but we want to take one city at a time. But looking at the interest that is coming up, we might even need more hands. In fact, I say, I need K University in Kuala, but the Central University also, for instance, you do Cape Coast, you need UCC. You be contacted UCC, Department of Tourism, and as the faculty, UCC. Because we have the technology, and Kwame Nkrumah has K University in one, K University for only Kumasi. But it's a certain university say you best serve the entire country and the entire Africa. Until you be do we say Cape Coast any UCC ebe collaborate to make sure say you be picking all the information. Now you are setting up what we have to do.
Prof, I don't know, Henry, if member of I just want to know the type of heritage we've been mapped. And why? Okay. Prof, I can't so they become.
Okay, so yes. As it stands now, we have a pilot project.
Okay.
And on campus, there are some buildings that we actually revere or have attributes pertaining to them that are worth knowing and worth keeping. And particularly from the side we are also coming from, we are architects. Yeah. And so this also feeds into the curriculum, it feeds into the activities we do for people to really appreciate. Like Prof has mentioned, KNUS was not built for only Kumasi, so it's really huge, and there's a lot going on in there. Just like Cape Coast or Mina Castle and stuff like that. People come, they travel from different places to come and look at what is happening. But when they come, what kind of information are we giving to them? So we, as custodians of KNUS, took some part together with the students under his leadership to identify some monuments. It's not only about buildings, that's the heritage part too. It's not only about buildings. So there are some monuments there that speak volumes. There are some monuments there that need to be understood. Who are those behind them? And so those are some of the things that we looked at. And then of course, we keep going. And so what we have is even beyond just a map that gives you a navigational direction, but also a book that you can learn from and then also build on as time goes on. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Henry. So, sorry, Prof, what kind of your friend then, geographically? I think you said something earlier concerning that, but geographical scope, where and I don't know how to put it, but
for Cape Coast and
yes, for Cape Coast. Where exactly?
Okay, for Cape Coast, normally Uber started sa heritage here. Sa pompous in Enkasi University niti me Enkasi ma translate dem first of all ye ba ye ne nananum e be translate ye ne omedi nkita ho ebisom se ye pese ye kika itanyoma we nyina bom na ahifa na mofo se e important. Then we will go also to Cape Coast University UCC to find out from the history department. So ahifa na e important because at times we be one man the nananum kanu any there almost nti o triangulate we say na ye also ye say abakrum any amount for so akasa nti ye kasa we na keka we ni eboma we will do the map, we will then triangulate and get the initial scope what we want to do. We are na we are best akona na no kan say mo kan say by kokrum ye ni we mo kasa no omo say we no nyina so kan ayampa na omo ka say ampa ansa na was start na not the person they can say heritage, you know, we even have ecological heritage. Ecological heritage, which is very important because of what is happening right now. I'm not for say river ni insuo ni nyoma na de da ho no obeto ye nananum eja insuo ni saa nyoma ni nyina ma our resources nananum eja manti. We will make sure say as part of this heritage map, you know, we will also map out and add certain things that normally as architects but ensure, because most of our communities were divided by our boundaries were rivers and waters. Until we have to find out say ensure team be a stream be that honum na first nananum ekokogunsa nananum every city near that na omode ball egum no we might have to look at it and say, making sure say the river gets restored. This is how we do to make sure that our little contribution to make sure that this environmental suicide or environmental terrorism that is going on, we solve it from our own perspective without making too much chaos out of it. But see, my who say, and I say, my keepers who say, any environment na yejama no a part of a heritage a yejama enti yenhweso yi yesu yemfama the next year you be say architects enye dan ko na esi but the entire well-being of our communities, that is what we do.
Prof, what kind of data and method of data collection are we using for this particular exercise?
It is, we have almost like mixed methods, because we will do, first of all, we will do a visual survey where we will take the people around, we will do archival documentation, we will also do normal questionnaires, we will also do also a part of a user base, we will also do, we will use GIS also to pick up information from the ground, use satellite images, pick up drone shots. So in your manner, you be picky instruments, you be use their picky information. And now, out of the archival documentation, historic, you be picky some information in we will have to put them on a special map. Until out of addition in your manner, yes, and your money now, so now the children in Colano so there. Until you say we are just coming because we want to also use it to teach our students that when you get into the communities and you are picking your data, the instruments now we use they are picking data and we are real life. It is also in because open chronim na only food din kita akasa. It's also something we want to teach our students. Say oba picking data. How you have to do, how you even have to dress to go and pick this. We will use various methods, including the visual, the other instruments that we are going to use to pick up all this data.
Okay, that's it. Prof, that's it. So, I should TV na Prof Kasan maps ni be na was it to do na nyanyi na ya share nkakranka and it's not one of me interest, but my opinion is look at the map. It's beautiful. So this one, Prof, you were going through this map or this particular picture and image or that. It's nice. Prof.
So yeah, normally in Senka, some of the activities Germany landing here, we call train station here. Na map big for train network. But you be do Ghana at times. Just obisa kukora ni kube seller, any watch seller. Baby apesoko baby ni sanu manoma nti the person here say and say you be do Cape Coast and as we do Accra, some of these maps should be at the airport. Because we follow airport on my say oh okay say me do Cape Coast na say me do
and Prof say I be hana
o say and you do airport na say we fa sa map na we fa Cape Coast map na Cape Coast map to tell you say there is this
watch joint here.
There's this one
here. Joint to her. Joint to her.
And now, Newman is also scanning, so you get the app.
Exactly.
Until you wouldn't track no or bus man as well try we say wouldn't be to give you the number of hours that you get to that place. Nissan man and now Kaiser regional minister say one of the serious. It is if already the politicians, it is their vision to get it done. KNUST has the tools to get it done. Ghana Institute of Architects has the manpower to get it done. Okay. Then all that we have to do is just Ghana Institute of Architects is just ready to team up with the central region to get this thing done for Cape Coast immediately. It is a MAPI. We want to do one for Cape Coast. We want to do one for Elmina. We want to do one for all the important ways from other places. And it will later on lead to transport. Say, cars, maybe I pick you trotro, maybe I pick you Pragianis, we can also do the transport people can also do. But this one we want to just look at our heritage and preserve it.
I don't know. You wanted to add something, Henry?
No.
Okay, yes. That's fine. So, Prof. Wakachana, as a man, I think we are far behind. They most of can go to Germany, go to UK, go to Holland, go to Idu train station, airport, the kind of map or Hopper. Both baby are joined to the hour, but it could Ghana. boko tomato no ansa na brebe branse so but we share about very soon bibia by fine aha Costa TV, your own face, your own voice. We are discussing and now having conversation on Oye heritage mapping for Ghana. Ghana Institute of Architects. Yes, and our Cape Coast, Oye 125th annual 2025 annual general meeting, right?
Yes.
Why successful fine papa what's in there? We now are round. We are all the tourist sites. I will keep Kusa. Hana Bibian so akoye. Ye die and we aba. Yeba. Mohobia yet about yedo.
Atibia Ishia as members. Yeba be first and foremost. Ikuno. Architects no. Ejuma no architecture ejuma no. Na afi ya dream seni architect ejuma no affect oman no. Na ya dream ahwe se den ye betimi aye ama yetimi ama ejuma ene adan ene seni aye yesi en cities en towns no ebetimi etumpon ewo ni papa mu. Now ye team no from castles to future cities. Ye pese ye hwe seni titititi no. Seni na omoto omobo ase etimi di esidan ene omo expertise emfa omo engineers and seni na omutimi di abo any clinker any sanyama no mo dwe mu yi efe omo akwadare adwuma mu ena no omutimi de ye esidan no na enye se omutimi sorry ya na obi a fitin anu akwakosi castle enti no esese yetimi hwe saa history no na ibusa se sen ne pese yesi ye man no ihia expertise a ihia no architects, engineers, planners, quantity surveyors na any sociologists any ade nyina na ye ba together na yetimi ka se ye pese isi oman now ye si oman na ni nyina gina se ye assemblies no any ye agencies no ewo omo betimi esi saa edan enti ye fan se ukọ Cape Coast Ugwai Municipal Assembly na se opese ohwe se architect sen no mo engineer sen no mo na se omuni bia si edan no omuni ho se ye fa kroma se nyina all the district assemblies ni nyina ye 261 ahanu edusia baako 261 assemblies omu nyina no only 10 penewo architects enti no se only 10 enewo architects then it means say ye hwe se nia oman no enko nanim ni se nia Mpontu no ntimi mba ni se nia nkofo si dan basabasa ni ade nyina na go bibi efise oman no any government no ntimi nye na dwen se mo behwe mo fa architects ebio se ye fa edan bia ewo krom ha nyina emu ha oha no 100 no emu 20 eye either kiosk or containers. Now, sa kiosk or containers, emu beye half eye nduadan aya bobo on basa ye chimbo fruit wa ye ton dokon wa ha ye ma basa we ye krom ni nyina. Now, sa informal sector na omo dan basa any say ni omo sisi adan ni nyina no. Se assemblies no ewo architects, no mo engineers, no mo quantity surveyors. Omo timi ye development control say we empini ma won si dan basa bia na ye beko ye nim but sa ene no ye behia na ye kan ne say oman no ye betimi atumpon na esese ye dwen na ye de atitirufo omo kwatre eduma no no ene betimi aye adwuma but ye ka se ye be ye so ye be sorry ni afa draftsman bi keke no akwa da bi enko yi enti no ye enti aye ba behia butai sa na ye ba be discuss yen AGM no ye over 3 days. And then we opening ceremony. After no, we ye ba be discuss conversations. Nyeme hu hia architects and kasa. Efa associations, any professional institutions. Ye pese ye hwe ye kire ye members no. Send ye mranete say ye na ye association na den na ye institution. Ni we are near discussing nyina. Ochina any AGM day na kasa annual general meeting. Ye be discuss ensem akoso nyina afie etwa mu ne ya hwe na afi ye wia ye training ewo senior ye use paint edi paint dan ne ade a kire ye members na de kakra nze afi so ye wo students a mo aba nti almost ye de betre o made na afei nso no yentimi ma Cape Coast yen kase yen ko excursion Cape Coast na free Cape Coast Castle ye beko Kakum game reserve forest reserve ye beko akofa canopy walkway no so ne ade na afei abedum na Saturday anwumre no ye wodina Ngala night na omo aye adwuma aboa institute no any students omo abom hu modern ye be mo nyina awards na we need a first timer Ghana Institute of Architects aba Cape Coast aye ba be AGM so far no AGM na ya no ye wo Accra na Magma yakwa ni Kumasi but ene de ye say ye be back Cape Coast ni aba be ma Cape Coast party architect the ministry are responsible for MMDAs no any Ministry of Local Government enti ni ayaye ene say ye dikan any Ministry of Works and Housing ye minister ye sector minister akodi ho komo say ye pese ye ne Ministry of Local Government etenase na ye hwese ne a ye dikan ombetimi afa architects omo atwani ye enye say bia ye pese ye fa architects omo kwakoye national service there bi ye pe architects omo asua de a omo ti adwuma na ase a omo betimi aye with experience eno ne first thing edikan second point and say ye ntimi enko kantra ban keke se fa nipa just ye timi establish ye nti a ye hia architects omo background ben ye hia se bases se omo hia some specific training a say bia ye for in the next 2 years ye training necessity ye scholarship say necessity ye the market no mo ko sua tenia ye manage cities any planning ni ade nti nkomo no ikoso ya sha ase deda Saturday deputy minister for works and housing beba be kan ye ho utie ni speech na nkomo a oni yen bo but ono so beba no ne abade na nkomo no ya to aso after AGM no ye be to nsem ni nyina ya kan ni nyina na fe ya hwe action asese yete pa edidi akiri.
Okay, so Costa TV, your own face, your own voice. Voice I equity says is concerning the programmer or kodo ewa himfa pempem sie and opebibian so or kodo fine. So sorry. But Prof, Mama say member you holding a book. Your baba na ye bedi hon komo kakra amount. But there's a question ye pede bi sanda no pay concerning Cape Coast. On cherry bia one is it raining season somewhere 3-4 months ago when it started raining. Some buildings was started to collapse. It means you Cape Coast harder. I don't know if you heard it said Tia. What causes that? And yabaya danna yashe ma being Kosibio because Ebaha the most ancient capital. Old buildings are here, old ones, papa. What plans to be for that?
And then you can bintina. Ye pese heritage mapping no. E between ye investigation no and report on my but from my own experience no the between can say some of these buildings
some of the pictures
some of these buildings are old and they have to be preserved. And uko Greece uko Rome now here and 90 bibli honuma very old and you need to make sure that you conserve them. And when you're going to conserve them means that you need experts. You here architects, ne conservation experts are to me abua any structural engineers a bit to me abua actually materials omu use you been pay 9 year not today. Omo person mo to aso the cement akokan. Won't mean a dime foundation with netie now for blocks concrete ekugu esro. Enchebia ebebubu load na na say muduo no load no the foundation was not created for that. Most of the time some of these buildings are ebubu ni san no ebetumi aba say because actually there was no maintenance. And we only be most of these historic places are at times almost to me close building to the public to go and use any structural engineers check for structural integrity to make sure say they go there to make sure that they underpin it or strengthen it to make sure that it continue living for the next generation to actually also benefit from it. Be sure that they are going to do investigation. In 9 days, it can also mean craftsmanship. and I say ebechi about say nipa no or draw down and I say nip contractor can see you know why but because I don't have all the information to it you know but dine and most of them ahwiadan the ahwiadan means that we are losing our heritage, we are losing even the ahwiadan egugu form. We could have taken samples to the lab to check the composition of these materials and then bring back and then come make sure say we restore these buildings as it is.
When you back one, I'm sure you, Doc, Prof. Sorry.
Don't say wait, I'm here.
No, here, Papa. Control, please go back. Now, you hear another one. Look at this one.
We just say, yes. First of all, we share dine critically. I see how we share Mpuma only way say now. It means that it has some of these colonial features. Means that these are some of the buildings that our colonial masters left behind. So these are some of the important buildings that should have actually been looked at. And then out of and then materials but because part of our heritage, I think Kepkus should have identified them because history, they were very important people who grew up from here. These are what normally bring the city money.
Okay.
I didn't Sika and see Kepkus Ebenya tomorrow no. Ebubuna nti sisi abeweche no me hu say ebisi onuma bulldozer ebisi onuma ejuri no
ejuri nyina egu
without even finding out who stayed in that house, who actually was born in that house, how whatever it is. Normally answer you have to find out all these important things, and if you have to even to prepare a small model of it to keep for the stories. But who dreaming now to be say Una nabi na Malik, una nabi and I say, some 100 years ago, the Honda was 30, it's gone. After 20 years, nobody will even know where. But there are places in Germany that baby Einstein, Okudi grow. Tourists, let the say Einstein no dia grow and then when Einstein, we say, and they are collecting money and taking people around. So these are the places where normally we could have actually made money from. And it is just falling apart. And there are many of them in Cape Coast, and there are many of them in Accra, many of them across the country, which conservation and heritage conservation has to actually be taken seriously.
To be taken seriously, how do you converse it? Because we are in a modern world. How do you maintain this?
Okay. That also comes back to some of the research that we are doing at KNUST.
Okay.
KNUST, just last semester, your partners need be started a investigation to see how the netieno with fiber from Murphy, again, and a coconut husk, how to mix them with bamboo to make sure that we use it to preserve and then add digital fabrication.
Okay.
Because we've realized that almost every day a Daibia has its own. Almost see that the next one is different. So we are adding digital tools with the tools that our our grandfathers left for us, and mixing them to now give us solutions to actually preserve some of these buildings. There are solutions at KNUST campus, which that is part of the reason why I say Ghana Institute of Architects is supporting the Department of Architecture to do some of these things. So it is time that we also team up with communities cities like Cape Coast to help preserve these things. And the Ghana Institute of Architects has some other members who have actually specialized in this type of conservation, and they are actually doing it. And most of them are the people who came to help conserve Elmina Castle and Cape Coast Castle. A lot of the things that have been going on there to make sure that Elmina Castle, Cape Coast Castle doesn't collapse has been part of the members of Ghana Institute of Architects and the engineers from KNUST who have been working on these things for ever since. And I know some of them, Architect Durban, Professor Wellington, Professor Intifo, most of them have been working on these buildings, and any Ghana Institute of Architects has signing some MOUB and understanding B to make sure that some of these things are actually identified. Those important buildings are there. Any historic value there, we can advise, and then it is taken out. And Ghana Institute of Engineering too can also be part of the partners, and then we can help get these things done once and for all. Okay,
also waiting to get this things done once and for all, because in see on time and see them. I will come to the book you are holding, but let me say architect for Obri Sinedana. Let me come to Henry. What role do you part? I mean, the role that you play if I want to build. Whether it's a bigger one or residential one or it's a company, have a role that will play with.
Well, very good question, and then thank you very much. It's a question that's it's not only on your mind, but in the minds of every Ghanaian, and then everyone in the world. Architects don't draw, they design.
Okay.
So designing means understanding, and then bringing solution that brings the optimum satisfaction. So in putting up a building, the architects come in very early to understand what you really want, what should go into it, what type of materials you have to choose, advise the feasibility, where you are going to put it, how it's going to work and everything, all this thing about sustainability and in fact driving into resilience and all that. So the architect is in charge of making sure that all these things come together. It gives you a very habitable structure. Of course, maybe not only about buildings also, but about other spaces that we can use for different kind of activities. So they design, they inform, they educate, and then they build a nation. Let me just say, architects build nations.
Okay.
And then, of course, shape the lives of people.
Okay. Thank you so much, Henry. Prof, okay, so pictures are recorded. Okay. So these are the students, right?
Some of the faces.
They are happy. You can see them smiling. It means
when they were working on the model. Okay. When they were working on the model, and it was a very long night.
It's a very long night. Prof, you're writing a book. I was in a book in my book in Chile, when I watch and see Preserving for Posterity, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Digital Heritage Mapping. Okay, the book is here. Thank you so much, Control. Book in Kwame Nkrumah picture, right?
So Kwame Nkrumah Prempe, those are our heritage at KNUST campus, and there are so many information concerning these great men and wonderful people, and a lot of the buildings on campus, KNUST campus, was also designed by British East European architects and our own Professor Usuado and other things. And most of the times, depending on who you meet, a lot of us, when we were in school, we saw some of the buildings, but we didn't even know who actually was behind it. Okay. So having gone through it up to the times that I've become a lecturer and now teaching, we thought it is now time. So after doing this, a lot new biana or data. No, you be some people want old school or want so book nation you make sure say answer maybe we say so we also put all the information, most of the information also as a book to keep it on the shelves as a template in case you need data. And that's the only way you'll be able to also to. We are now getting it ready so that it becomes generally available for everybody to buy some online. And then one of the key things that we wanted to also to make sure that we also do was that the faces behind the work. Okay. Most of the times, we use Professor Nunkwadi, a book in Professor Mafo, name we say Debbie. But we say in this particular book, all the 197 students who actually helped, the research assistants who helped, now they are young. Can you imagine after 20 years, when they see themselves as big people and they are now family members, and they go back and look at their faces when they were young men and women, what they did. And I'm sure, out of these numbers who actually did this work, maybe about 20 or 30 of them will take this particular charge forward and become experts and specialists in this heritage mapping, and Ghana is going to benefit from it. So the reason why we really want to make sure that when we come to Cape Coast and we are doing these things too, we will make sure that when the story is being told, the faces that we met, the faces behind the work. Malik, for instance, you being the first journalist or TV presenter who have actually interviewed. Tomorrow, after 20 years, 30 years, when you have gray hair and your teeth has fallen off and other things, we don't want a situation whereby you will be put behind the scene and no. I have to say, Malik was, when even Costa TV was young, you managed to actually pioneer this particular force, and that is why Ghana, almost every city in Ghana has a heritage map or something. Okay. It is Malik and Ghana Institute of Architects and the teams which actually started scaling this thing out. So part of it is the book. The essence of the book is just to make sure say we have groundings and something to keep for others to be able to look at it and also copy from it and then do the work that we have already started.
Okay, thank you so much. Costa TV, your own face, your own voice. So remember, Professor Alex Boachimafo, Prof. and Henry, Madam Oma Basesia, remember, I have another 2 guests. They'll be taking your place. After that, you come back and we'll summarize everything. Tia Diane, we are behind Costa TV, your own face, your own voice. You will adusua for once will see, I once open there, Dachi, my profile, once will baby. Some of them will be doctors, some of them will be professors. And see, I have 2 here, one lady and a gentleman. They will come and introduce themselves, and then we'll be done from there. One of menu I Jumano, but maybe I may do Madam Akabi. Okay, maybe it's a prof. If you're confused, you'll be able to Mabakanwa, able to me. Remember, National Petroleum Authority, they are part of 1 hour bohem as a show near the brown. Yada young way abasesia.
Mido, Ghana Biana. Ah, for Jibby, you have a bit soon. Every time, no part, I just say, baby, shit. Mangashi.
Junior! I'm saying so enough for maybe the no.
Sister Cospa, it's a winning gas.
I'm using the why. My wife.
Down Yankana wa.
Ah, Sister Cos. Use gas. Gas ye fast, ye easy, ye convenient. And
LPG, let me see your hand. Once you are a teacher, you get a lot of students, and then so it's not that I'm a celebrity, just that I'm just a teacher. Please, okay. Last year, by the help of Ghana Institute of Architects and Care University, with the support of the Department of Architecture, the students of architecture decided to take a very bold step to do something that will change the course of Ghana as well as Central Region, especially Ogwai. In this particular part, what we decided to do.
Okay, so Costa TV, your own face, your own voice. And Opesu, Prof. and Henry, we until now, we must my singular honor to invite another set. 2 students. I'm to my former student, right? Oh, okay. You are?
Becklin Asari.
And then you are?
Isaac Jan.
Isaac Jan.
Yeah.
Okay, so Becklin and Isaac. Ladies first.
Okay.
Would you starting? You are in level
400.
400.
Yes.
And so you're 4 years.
Architecture Nankasan or 6 years.
Oh, really?
So you have to go for the first 4 years, only a bachelor.
Okay.
But we are into be architects until you've done your 2 years, which is masters.
Okay.
Until we are 2 years now, and son Asha say Juma kakaka, maybe 2 years.
Then you experience.
If we are experience now got your exams. Only the Ghana Institute of Architects and the ARC. Yes. Until pass the exams now and son or for architect.
Okay.
So usually it is like 9 years to 10 years before you can call yourself.
That's why I said Mapa. Really?
Oh yes.
Oh, thank you for that education. But let me start with you. And him find a chance fee, na be able to say here. And him find a passion started. And I be I'm asking this because we be doctor, no business woman, do one. What's he and qualify her? Who grade no do her and see fine young phone share architect one a kayanda ma them not to an give us your story.
Indeed, or not.
Really? So,
oh yes. So I'm a proud poser in Timoko University practice or Cape Coast Day. So I need to appreciate them. Yes. But looking back now, muhunde minini wakaswa. So seeing certain buildings coming up and muhunde first no you round kotin, and now you can't even have anywhere where there are trees. There are so many places with no trees now in Kaswa. I realized that now that has been the story where the passion began. But then, now compare me alone.
Oh, you are?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Never architecture. In fact, I had heard of architect, but not me the details. Me my way nade. And to me, imagine there. Oh, may apply for law or university. Me it was a cut-off point. Yes, sis. Na me 5 A's. And month monko. Na mko bese obi there. Me page ma me ya menyiska. Na no him. Not a passion. Sika na no him. So I asked and then they told me, oh, me sure course about my architecture. And then I started reading about it. So upon reading about it, I realized this is an interesting course because we shape the lives of people. And there, people only think that doctors are the ones that make true differences in people's life. But today, babe, my to say, sir, if an architect didn't design it such that the sound wouldn't go out and it will contain cars it all plays a role.
Distraction.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me echo club. On the club no what should they use to light red na some colors. Nice psychology. Automatically it makes you so active, bubbly, you can't sit down, you want to dance, you want to be active. Architect role because we look at not just the buildings, we look at how people are going to feel in the buildings. So it started from law and gradually as I got to 3rd year, I found a passion. Yes. Until I got to 3rd year, I found the passion and now I love architecture.
No, hold on. You go to 3rd year before the passion of being becoming an architect came.
Oh yes.
And said, "Two other started from level 100 again."
Oh no! Oh, I'm enjoying. So in 1st year, what happened was there were so many times musui, and let me put it. I'm a married woman.
Okay.
So I called my husband. And I'm catching there, baby, cause he, ma sisi amenyi. It's I don't have to go and explain myself and show be a mom's major. It's a miracle. And I'll say, no, let's see. But then I saw other people also putting in their best. And our lecturers are doing wonderful.
Okay.
We have people like Professor Mafo. We have people like architect Kofi Owusu. We have people like Professor Abanye Provdia. There are so many wonderful professors there that if you want to stop the course, they encourage you that just give it time. Because Eba, them 1st year now, because my class we started now we have about 45 people that have stopped the course.
Really?
And we are going to and we are going to 40. So along the way you have people
some will fall.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Architecture school people will fall. But then if you keep looking forward, you will gradually find the passion like I have. Wow. Yes.
Your story is touchy.
Thank you.
I'll come back to Jan. But some few messages from Facebook. It says, Kojo Deban, it says, a very fantastic initiative. Congratulations, Prof. Glory. Anana Ya Nati, say fantastic. It's talking about Asama Prof. and Wabakawa Henyina, very important. And then Angela says, I'm proud of you all. Fantastic initiative. Well done, guys. Well done again, guys. Mr. Jan. Okay.
So time when I was SHS, GHS, I was my course in James Seminary.
Okay.
I was Sunyani.
Okay.
Time when I was school, no GHS. Let me team draw a So I wanted to pursue a course where I knew say be a drawing like normal sketches and drawing wouldn't fetch you that much. So I want to do something. I want to do something with a drawing, but then like something higher. Okay. And then I didn't know that architecture was like with the highest was in the built environment. So I was reading around and I realized that this is what architects do. They draw buildings. So So I was like, okay, then that is actually like the highest form of art that anyone can actually do. So when we wrote the Rasi in St. James, my school, I was the only general student that time who had 80s.
Wow.
So the architecture course was very easy for me. Even if they had reduced the cutoff to 6 or whatever, I would have still passed. So I came and then I realized that, okay, architecture is actually like the highest course. So what I wanted to do with my drawing skills, like getting the highest form of like a paid job with the drawing that I wanted to do. Yeah, it's actually architecture. So and then first year when you come, I mean, just like here, well, me, I didn't want to give up because I'm someone who can really like adapt and then, yeah, I'm a man.
Yeah.
So, yes, the course is tough. When you come, you go through a lot. But we're fighting through. My parents are very supportive. So I speak to them sometimes. They talk to me, they tell me. My dad is a bit of a hustler, so he has really trained us well, and then he has sacked us up for certain situations. So yeah, I went through first year, went to second year, third year, and now I'm actually the president of the Students Association.
Whoa!
And then, yeah, so combining that with the course, the architecture, it's not easy, but then having professors and then teaching assistants around to help us with some of these things, and yeah, we can really go far. So
for now, draw a better drama.
Oh, yeah, wait mind.
Yeah, no problem. So, wow, future architect, right? Very soon you become like prof, because for 4 years, we are 2 account, we are 2 exams before you become a professional.
Yes.
That one is true. May lose hope. My plans and my father, but no problem. So, what are some of the other courses at your university apart from your elective?
Okay, so apart from architecture.
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, in Care University.
May I come one your field?
Our field.
Yes. So
right now. In our faculty, so we have the faculty where we fall under, that's the Faculty of Built Environment.
Okay.
About built environment now, you will CTM, which is construction management. And then we have land economy. We have real estate. And then we have development planning and settlement planning. So the courses, the departments are 4. But the courses you can actually learn are 6. So yes, in our built, and then of course the mother is architecture.
Yes.
So we have 6. Yes.
Jan, what are your future plans?
My future plans are a lot actually, but then doing a course like architecture gives you this strength. If you are able to actually pursue the course, whatever you want to do, I don't know what can stop you. So the future plans, of course, is to become as big as some of our professors, as well as combine architecture with the passion that I have in arts. So apart from architecture, when I take a break from school, I intern for 2 months, and then the other 2 months I use it for extra curricular activities. This t-shirt that I did it myself.
Wow.
So I do t-shirts, I do marks, I print a lot of things. So the future for me is to have a very big architecture firm, combine arts and architecture. That's the future that I want.
Wow. Is this Asari? Yours as well.
Okay, so the future for me, for the past 2 months, I started looking at, do I really want to do the normal architects we see, the normal architecture we see, the architect designing, then sitting in their office. I realized the answer is no.
No.
So what I want to do is still in the field of architecture. Right now, he doesn't know, but my mentor is Professor Mafo.
Okay.
And I realized in our department there's only 1 female lecturer we have now. Okay. So I intend to become a lecturer. I'm also a very good businesswoman.
Okay.
And I'm a very good businesswoman. And currently in school, me a sobolo.
Okay.
Me a substance stews, no marathon. Because architecture, any time most of my classmates, when you time what's Becca kids band because they are in class.
So you are in school at
yes,
the same
so
time, an entrepreneur doing business.
Oh yes, very, very important. So I do so below, I do soups and stews. My best aside mobile money. Yes. Oh yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And congratulations. Yes.
Thank you so
ahead.
much. And I think I might start looking at adding event planning and then the heritage we are doing, making sure that it doesn't just end with us. Since we are the class that actually did this, it doesn't end with us. We move on to doing more projects in Ghana. And so we are going to form a team with the help of Prof to start doing this, and then I'm sure very soon the nation and even the government will start recognizing us, and that way we can start doing that as a business and then taking Ghana above. Because right now on the UNESCO heritage list we only have the castles and then the Ashanti traditional buildings that are there. And it's not enough because Ghana we have a lot of heritages. The only problem is that we haven't done a proper documentation for it to even qualify up there. So we can start and then it will get there.
Thank you so much. Jan, any general advice for those who are watching? Maybe they are interested. What do you have to tell them? Maybe we'll have a catch on and then once they be a passion and by intent me a passion aba. Now once I started filling your shoes because you are filling Prof's shoes. Once over fill your shoes. It's my say one pay.
So architecture.
Your camera is here. Look at the camera.
Okay. Architecture is a very interesting course. I think we had a brief overview of how the whole course is about. Prof. Mafo told us it is you like getting an overview, for instance, a community. First of all, you look at the things in the community, how it's going to work, before you now like get into the building, how the building functions, like how she was explaining how this place is designed such a way that the acoustics of the place is working, that you don't like talk for it to go outside. So if you don't like have the passion to actually sit and then design buildings like this, let people feel comfortable, okay, I think then maybe you shouldn't come into the course, but it's a very interesting course. And then when you come to a department like this, you have a lot of supportive lecturers and then TAs and even the students themselves to help you move through your course. Doing the studio work is very time involving. So when we are approaching exams and all that, we form groups to learn, and then these groups are very effective. So another advice I'll give to people coming in there is that when they come, they should socialize, make a lot of friends, not just in the department but also outside. You do well to socialize, and then within the department, if you're having any difficulty, the lecturers are very friendly. You can easily reach out to them.
Yeah, that's it, Papa. And then the woman with a different and so many business ideas. Finally.
So the advice I would give to anyone venturing into architecture or even thinking about a course to do in the university is that unlike my brother here, Isaac, I would say architecture is not only about the drawing.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to have special drawing skills or even any drawing skills, because if I can do it, you can do it. I didn't know how to draw a box. And not to do to know, but I'm a proud first-class student.
Wow.
So it is not only about having the skill to draw. All that matters is you do e-maths, you do economics. It doesn't matter if you are doing visual arts, just do e-maths, do economics. Come. And when you come, we have the right people there to train you. So and the notion out there is architecture is difficult, which is not a lie. It takes resilience. It takes someone with a strong mindset to get to where Prof has gotten to. But then you can do it. It's determination. And if you want to do it, you can do it. So please don't only think about getting the drawing skill and all that. Architecture, you can branch to many avenues. So just come, learn the course, and we are all here to help you. You come and meet me when I'm a lecturer.
Okay. Back in Asari, Mrs. Architectural student, Kwame Nkrumah, University of Science and Technology, and then Mr. Isaac Jan, also a student, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Yedasi Papa for an pay. I have some questions about you, but I'll ask Prof. Why are you two here? Now you two Prof. Because you are many in the class. What's your first class, Anna? Second class. Jan and Mrs. Asari, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Kuta TV. So Prof will come back and then with Henry, and then we'll conclude the conversation. And say, ha, yada yang we abese si ayaba ebotiado.
Mido, Ghana Biana. I'm going to be able to do everything. I can say, baby, shit. Mangashi.
Junior!
I'm saying so enough for me, you know.
Sister Cospa, it's a winning gas.
I'm using the why. Why?
Down Yankana wa.
Sister Cos. Use gas. Gas ye fast, ye easy, ye convenient. And wow.
LPG, let me see your hand.
Okay, so welcome back. Yamawa Kwaba Bio, Costa TV, your own face, your own voice. Yeah, share the heritage mapping of Ghana and a heritage map. And yes, I want to pay Mpontu development live on Coastal. Your own face, your own voice. Prof. Man for us and Transit, Henry and so on. Prof, quickly, gradually about the conclusion of the conversation. Mrs. Asari, and then first of all, how many class were?
Class different classes.
So one was in that.
Wow, yeah, class 197. One of the largest class in the
197.
So it's, I call them the congregation. So you can imagine
congregation. Yes.
Congregation, yeah. So and about 6 lecturers and about 6 research assistants were handling them. So it's one of the most stressful classes that we have currently in the department, and I'm sure it is not going to happen again.
Okay. Yes, student Tibiano, baby.
We chose only about 30 or 40 students who came to the AGM because our school for Namakwai. We wanted people who really wanted to be part of it, and as Mrs. Asari Becklin said, she's that type who everything
active.
Everything she wants to be there, and I'm sure with her passion and her drive, and for Jan also, they are the type for him to become the president of the Architecture Association of Ghana. Then she tell you that he's also a student politician as well. So for a student politician, when the people are meeting, you want to be there also to talk. So these are the people, but there are also others who are currently also networking and making sure that they meet their future employers, because all the architects are here. Those who are going to employ them are around. So most of them are doing networking, trying to get in touch with them, collecting numbers and doing these things. So it's not everybody. Ghana Institute of Architects could not support all of them. It would be too expensive. So we brought them as representatives to go back and spread the news.
Okay. The Prof here does Papa. So Prof, you do the mapping exercise and a heritage mapping away. I don't know what level of involvement in the communities and then the indigenous will play in doing that.
I think they are going to Malik. That was a very, very good question. The community is going to play a very good role for us to also help validate some of the in Nyomana Yebetitin, because Yebeshia historians, Yebeshia Ahemfunananum, Yebeshia so many people, but see about Malik Ufi and Nasoka and say, remember Panana or the biggest person in the community. Maybe because of your papa Sana Beka. You go to another person and go and ask, and then you realize, oh, maybe you know, no, a driver, no, a driver of the big person. Then we try to, but most of these things would have been done already by the historians, especially I suspect the history department of UCC is a very strong department, which we are going to really depend on their support. So from here, the Ghana Institute of Architects will be touching base with UCC to tell them about our vision to enter their territory, because KNUST has arrived. And KNUST, when we arrive, we try to make sure that we bring it work done. And then also, as you said, the community involves both the indigenes, the traditional rulers, the associations, and other things. So all these organized groups, we will contact them for a start. Normally, it's very difficult because you are picking data and at the same time adding geographic locations to them. So we will do all these things and then face it out. I'm sure if we get the necessary support, within 6 to 8 months, we should be able to put something together and send Cape Coast on a different level in terms of mapping of our heritage.
Have you put in maybe some data collection and what are some of the measures? Would you go for ma or boama a jumana obayan? We back at why complete and why credible.
Part of it is we are just at the entry level right now, because it is out of this AGM that we want to showcase what we have done at KNUST. And we are now looking for the buy-in from the traditional rulers, the buy-in from the politicians. And normally, as we always say, when KNUST we go out there, we don't always work with the political heads, the government, because the government normally changes. Either after 8 years, if you're not careful, it will change and then everything gets whatever. So we normally, the traditional rulers, Nananum is one of the biggest players of our strategy. So when we get to Nananum, we go to the traditional council, we get the traditional council, get the government agencies, the regional minister, the municipal assembly, and also get GMMB as well involved, because GMMB is big here. So we will be talking to GMMB, and currently they already know our plans, because when we launched it in Kumasi, Ghana Tourism Authority was there. So here too, we are going to have this stakeholder meeting and then kick it off. And I'm sure Costa TV is going to be one of the biggest and you need your logo, because now after having spoken to you and the sort of work that you are doing right now, I'm sure if you are going to Tamale, Costa TV will still be there. You are not going to only be here. We will take Costa TV to even the furthest part. So when we talk about heritage mapping, Costa TV should always also want to play a very good role, because when it all started, Costa was one of the people who opened our doors, give us even the platform to be able to reach out to the world. And you have become the gateway for the heritage mapping.
Thank you. Contact Prof will do everything for you. So is it the first time?
This is the first time an extensive heritage mapping is ongoing. Most of the times it's done, not the mapping, but piecemeal about documenting heritage. But now we're trying to put it on the map. And then, as I said, the mapping is, we saw another professor who said that, please, we also have our ecological heritage. Make sure that you don't stop at only the buildings. And the ecological heritage even insects. So it was now becoming big. What about the ecological heritage? We will then contact the other departments, entomology and other things, and then they will also come in. Then later on, I'm sure anything that has to deal with the built environment, the Ghana Institute of Architects is going to consider it.
Is there going to be any, I don't know, as Prof, I can't worry, Juman, expectant challenges to be over, expect there was start over face.
Yeah, one of the major challenges that normally we face is the consistency of the stories and the data that you are collecting.
Okay.
Even now, after we are putting the book, we still get information from the ground and say, no, we can, and then that's the first one. The second one normally is the resources. That because who did nipe fi Kumasi ba na nipe fi incline na nipe fi Kepus ebeshia ba yesa juma. Normally it takes a lot of money to do some of these things, and most of the times getting people like Costa TV to even to make to be able to help with the, because the baby survey now, you might have to do phone in, but who is going to listen to you when you don't have the money to come and pay for the airtime? Yeah. So some of these things are what we are saying is you be do Cape Coast, you be person ka community no, ebe boa me to me map out we say, because obi fi in crying and as obi fi Kumasi ebe do Cape Coast, that's one that and spend sika. Cape Coast does not benefit. There's capital flight. There is a lot of money they just pass through. But this heritage map will help us say, Oba Cape Coast, which me and Nantia Faha, Feature Hanma, a feature will become important. And now, a FINA, the debt and then the sanitation will have to go away because the people who are coming are going to be passing through in front of your house. You can't just leave garbage and continue the type of defecation at the beaches. A lot of things will have to stop if this heritage map becomes a year because there will be spotlight on all these places and they will have to, a lot of things will have to. So it's not going to be, this heritage map is going to become a catalyst for the change we always wanted to see in Cape Coast.
Okay, so Prof, if somebody is watching now, when you're also watching Sampa, what are some of the benefits when you're able to do this and do it well?
So benefits, more shares is here, Malik. More shares is here. One of them, Cape Coast Castle. Part of it means you will not be getting only tourists who are coming and for you to only to sell small things. But now, out of this heritage map, you as an individual can also become your own tour guide because the story is going to be consistent.
Okay.
And yet only specialized groups in the Benya story, because now you make sure that the story is available for everybody. You can also go online, study the thing, and also set up a small business out of it. The other thing too is that even the security agencies are also going to benefit from it as well. And then, because now we know where all the important places are. So these important places where visitors are going to be, if there's going to be any work that security has to or police has to do, they have to be there to make sure that these places are. Then also, in terms of, as I said, sanitation, because of this, these places are going to be clean. And because the people themselves are going to own these things and say, a person for ba area, and then Ghana Institute of Architects, your president said the kiosk. That does near that the kiosk is what an expression of temporary structures. But these temporary structures, the Department of Architecture, KNUST, has solutions for some of these temporary structures. We can easily design these ones as a department and come up and make sure that if even they are temporary, they have to have some identity and some beauty. So that say kiosk say container based, how do you design the container in such a way that there will be some consistency and some beauty along the place? How to say it has added to the branding of the place, but not just any shacks springing up.
As some when it comes to Cape Coast here, you were some of the when you go to Ola Estate, the place. I say a champion or coming Commonwealth it's well arranged. If you go to A4 Estate, it's well arranged. But say, Prof, I don't know. Ubia nyanasa sina baby opebia na odindanesi. Ubia baby obese even road depot on the dema able to ma akọ. Ya estate. Wa hihye no fe. But nyanya ade do am na wo. It's not happening like that. What is the problem?
The problem is plenty problems mixed together, giving us the output. Our mindset as a nation and our mindset as a community. But me assure say Ghana Institute of Architects, with Ghana Institute of Planners, Ghana Institute of Engineering, any young politicians and so say you can't huboma you beat me solve problem because at times we see unya ko catch to be so be in a courses here.
From above.
From above. So I know Ohimibia, na politician be if say discipline mindset and discipline and no matter what the drawings that we put in place, no matter what the architects will say, no matter what the planners will say, Ghana Institute of Planners have done a lot of work. They've done most of this work on plans in the but still, or the idea be so unya no zako kan pe we have a phone call and phone call so the same person now or complaining say choke it will need. That is why for us as Ghana Institute of Architects we are saying say from the castles to our future cities, the type of future that we want our cities to look like, how we want the cities to look like in future. So if we will all as Cape Coast buy into the vision of what Ghana Institute of Architects want to actually do here in Cape Coast. I'm sure, sir, a lot of things that you are talking about, there will be sanity in some of these things, at least for a start. And then we will maintain it with the help of Coastal TV and the rest to keep the momentum and then scale it up.
From our castles to our cities in the near future. Over bright. Come back to you. Now, at the end, about opportunities now in terms of development, in terms of, I mean, at the end, and about opportunity now for development.
For I would say, in the pilot that we have done for campus, just like what Becklin and Ajan was saying, I told them, as a class, it's an opportunity for them to start small businesses, because souvenirs, now we are going to start putting small branding for some of the buildings that have been identified that are in the heritage map.
Okay.
Unity Hall, you can get a key holder from Unity Hall. You get a Somalia of Unity Hall. You get a bracelets of Africa Hall. You get, so these are the heritage that you pick can become elements. Now you only have small, apart from the castle. You know, and then some boats via motor, but if you get some of some Jonah Fie, for instance, you can actually get a miniature key holder of Sir Jonah Fie. So people can take them. I also want to one day own this structure. Yeah. Then people can also get a small bust of Sir Jonah. Say, oh, this is Sir Jonah, or an important person of. These are all heritage. Sir Jonah right now is a very serious heritage of. You cannot. His pictures, his images, whatever it is, have to be branded and be used to make small businesses and money. And then some of the streets, for instance, the value of the shops there are all going to increase because those are going to be routes. So the real estate or the value, the property rate or property value of these places are all going to increase. So it has multi-dimension. Even at the food that we talked about. Do you know that repackaging this food could even end up being eaten in the aircraft?
Yes.
Because so you can pick a plane from Ghana to whatever it is, and then they'll tell you that this is whatever it is, a small portion of it, and KLM might end up serving this food in the plane. So it is how we go ahead and continue pushing this agenda.
Okay. Thank you so much. Ahaya Coastal TV, your own face, your own voice. Yes, heritage mapping for Ghana. Cape Coast, we are playing a very important role. Somebody says it's an ethical profession as well. Oh, okay. Ethical profession. Okay. Henry, let me come to you and then I'll take your final conversation. So, the way forward for you, you are in PhD now. Yeah. So you started from 100, 400. You did 2 masters, and then what?
A PhD.
After
PhD,
National
service, and here you come back doing a PhD. After that, you go and write the exams again.
You have to work for 2 years. But the good thing. So now can say, me 6 years now. 6 years. I wonder even before I was going to come, the customer architecture. Okay. I'm going to say, we will 6 years. We now mommy who. Now we are professors. So the issue is the mindset and the discipline.
Okay.
When you get trained as an architect, you can do so many things. Okay. We have Honorable Agboja, who was my classmate.
Okay.
Who we sat in the same class, fought together and do all those things. He's now Minister for Road and Transport. Yes. Honorable Gisela Gotitete is a Deputy Minister for. They are all politicians now. So the discipline that we give to them, they give to us on campus, gives you, and there are a lot of lawyers too. Who have, so I won't be surprised if later on Berkeley after all these things later law 9% me go back because obi go back to my law passion. So it gives you the passion to be able to do so many things. But the good news is that you don't need to finish all the 6 years before you start becoming useful.
Exactly.
That's why at the 3rd year they already started making impact. So right from 2nd year going, you start making impact and you start doing those things. So it becomes almost like your life. So it's very difficult that once you become an architect to move away from it because it becomes. And so answer about doctor hon now watchro answer about lawyer hon now watchro but answer about architect hon now we scatter that And I said, things are okay.
Yes,
so you realize that our profession is people's dreams and people's vision that you are going to handle.
Okay.
We can't just send anybody there to handle your lifetime savings. 20,000 Ghana cedis per person there. Do you want to give it to anybody? No. Just finish it, or you want to give it to somebody who has been tested and somebody who can actually make sure say I didn't know this episode in Siokoto any animal. So that is part of the reason why we have to make sure say we train them and we train them well, because it is people's investment that is going to be given to them. Okay. So let me change. And when you make a mistake,
about cost
it's not only that life, it is the whole household.
Noble and disciplined profession. Thank you. Henry, the way forward, quickly.
But it's not going to be easy to. But with God, all things are possible.
Amen.
Just like you were giving the chronology of my studies from first year, doing the master's and then a PhD, the way forward is now to become a lecturer and a very practicing good architect. And so that is what we are working very hard towards. The resilience, the hardness, the ease of the course, and all that we spoke about today can never be overemphasized. Yes. When we say it's hard, you see just a word hard, but what we see behind that hard is something else. Okay. Yes, but we keep building, we keep going, and with the right mentors, the path we have chosen right now and where we want to be, definitely. Then one day we'll come back to Coastal TV, and then you will see again another professor.
Henry, one day, Henry Confidence is a PhD student at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, studying architecture. Wow. Congratulations. We wish you well.
Thank you very much.
One day. Prof, at the end of the mapping, the heritage mapping, what do you expect finally?
I really expect a movement. I really expect that now all the over 300 MMDAs will call to say they also want their cities and towns to be mapped. Already we have about 4 towns who have already called us that they also want. We will be heading towards Nkwetia to do something at Nkwetia. STMA, Secondary Takrady have also called that they also want something to be done over there. So we will be, and Somenya, we've already gone to Somenya to do something, and we will be going back there to do something for them again. So we are expecting that now it will become big, and that also means that we will need the support of other TV stations. We will need the support of the various groups to support us to make sure that when we get into the communities, it is for them. This is for them. It is their heritage that we
must support when they are successful.
Because there are many times that if you really want to curate a space to show, say, Ahana Nkrumah, no diagram. You bring it and we help and we will recreate the environment for people to make value of the place. Because we don't want a situation whereby now we have to go back there, think too much, but the people, individual people, have the stories. When we put all pieces, now we have even, the good news is that with AI and other things, it's easy for us to now use high computation to piece the stories together in a very fast way than even what we even did. So we will be able to use our tools that we have from KNUST, and with the support of our Vice Chancellor, Professor Rita Akusia Dixon, we will manage to now piece the entire country, and then later on, when you come to Ghana or when we are entering into Ghana, you can easily identify the heritage that we have, especially the built environment, which includes our ecological heritage, so that we can preserve it for tomorrow.
Okay, Prof. Mafu, Yadasi Papa.
Malik,
yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Very much. And thank you, just a quick one.
Yeah, quick one.
Prof was just appreciating your listeners and viewers. I just want to put a sense of pride in them right now.
Please.
Yes, so mostly the things we have is not out there because we don't document them.
Okay.
And what we have is just like a solution. So I want to tell them something that there's something called Peace Pole. Do you know that the tallest peace pole in the world is in Ghana?
Wow.
Yes. it's in Ghana and it's in KNUST, and our book has all the details about that. And so I'm sure from here we can share some links and our socials with them for them to follow us, to know what we are coming up with next. Of course, we are not shielding them from what belongs to them. They have to take pride in it. So, and there is more. And so we thank them, and then we'll give it to them.
Okay. Thank you so much, Henry Danso, PhD student. Thank you so much. Prof,
yeah,
we are grateful.
Yeah, and on behalf of the Ghana Institute of Architects, we want to say also thank you very much. On behalf of our President, Tony Asari, and the entire Council of Ghana Institute of Architects, I want to say thank you very, 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 very much. And also on behalf of Professor Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology and our Vice Chancellor, Professor Dixon, we want to say thank you, because if you have not given us this platform, we wouldn't have made this known. So we want to thank also your listeners and your viewers that going forward, when they hear that we are in Cape Coast and they have any story, they have stamp, they have some letters that their grandmothers and whatever, that is the time that they might have to come around and help, so that we put all these pieces together. And for all you know, whatever stamp or letter that you receive might be one of the things that is going to be pasted somewhere that a lot of people are going to come around